Hi everyone! So I'm just wearing a pretty arbitrary eyeshadow look today. I am currently in the middle of decluttering my eyeshadow palette collection again, and so I'm just kind of running stuff through the chopping block. But anyways, the reason I'm making this video is because I recently got the Rephr eyelash curler. So I do have a Rephr account, and I do have access to their concept store and I can buy things early. And this just came in the mail. I've already used it once, but I wanted to use it once on camera, and I wanted to compare it to my Shiseido eyelash curler. I just put a fresh rubber pad in this one so that we can really compare these two. Now this curler I've had about 2 or 3 years now, and I actually have two because I sometimes get them dirty and forget to clean them. So I actually have two, and they're both about the same age and they both have fresh pads. So I wanted to compare these two so that you guys can kind of see the performance of each one. I'm not really so sure which one I like more yet, obviously, but the claims made by the Rephr company about this curler are pretty bold. So I thought it would be fun for you guys to see, and maybe you guys can kind of decide for yourself if you want it. I do also own the UEMURA eyelash curler. The reason it's gold is because it has a PikaShu clip on it. I mostly bought it honestly for the PikaShu charm. There's a Mario one that I never got because obviously that was like way before I ever started doing makeup stuff, but I'll have this for comparison purposes. I won't be using this because I can't actually use this super well, but I do have it for comparison purposes. So first I thought I would kind of show you what the curvature of each one is. So if I hold it this way, you can see the curvature, and you can see that UEMURA is so much curvier than the Shiseido one. You can really see the angle here. That's why I can't use this, because it just doesn't get my eyelashes very well. It's too curvy for my eye shape, whereas this is a lot flatter. Now if I hold it up next to Rephr, you can see that the curvature is actually quite similar, and so that's why I was super intrigued when this arrived. The biggest difference being that there's almost like a sort of a flatness where like it curves a lot and then it flattens out and then it curves again. This one is much more evenly curved across the entire length. They do feel very similar. If I am kind of pinching them, they definitely feel very similar. So there's no real difference there. You can see on the inside, they honestly look the exact same. The cost is also very similar. This is like $20, and if you don't get it on discount, this is like 20 or 25, and I got this for like 12 or something. So very similar price point we're talking about here. This claims to be like handmade with the same techniques as brushes, which press X to doubt. But, you know, obviously they're making claims that this is a very high-end lash curler that can compete with other high-end lash curlers. And the Shiseido one is definitely a very common favorite among people with eye shapes like mine, monolids, or people of East Asian descent who have my similar kind of flatter eyes. People really love the Shiseido one. So this, I definitely wanted to try it because I know a lot of people who are going to be showing off this lash curler might not have my eye shape, because my eye shape is pretty uncommon on the internet. So that way you guys can see a review of this lash curler on my eye shape. So I'm going to be using the lash curler from Rephr on this eye and the lash curler from Shiseido on this eye, and I'm going to edit in, you'll see text boxes through the entire video that's going to say Shiseido over here and Rephr over here, so that way you guys don't forget. So I'm going to work on curling my lashes from Shiseido first. And now it should be known that I'm still filming without contacts, so if I have to hold the mirror really close to my face, it's because I literally can't see. So if the mirror kind of gets in the way of the camera, I apologize in advance. So the biggest kind of pain point for me about the Shiseido curler is that it never can get the lashes in my outer corner, and so my lashes in my outer corner kind of get really messy, and literally the only time I've ever been able to have like super neatly curled upper eyelashes is when I got a lash lift, and they're able to just manually lift and comb every single lash. Other than that though, this is definitely the best eyelash curler for my eye shape. That doesn't mean that it's the perfect lash curler for my eye shape, but it's the best that I really have to pick from that I've tried. I've not tried very many. Like, I've tried a couple drugstore ones. I've tried the Etude House one, and I've tried one from the Face Shop. And then of course I've tried the UEMURA one, and then I tried this one. I just don't really necessarily have it in me to go buying all these $20 to $35 lash curlers and then trying to test them all out. Like, I don't know, it's just not really worth my money. It can take several minutes for me to curl my lashes. So, you know, when you have monolids, you just have to be really patient. You can get heated lash curlers, or you can heat your lash curler up with a hairdryer. So that's what my upper lashes are looking like right now. It's really hard to see since they're so short and thin, but here you can see that they're curled now. And now I'm gonna curl my lower lashes with these. So these actually work pretty well for my lower lashes. They're able to grab just about every single lower lash. The only ones they can't get are in the very inner corners of my eyes because of the way that my epicanthic fold is. It's very difficult for any lash curler to reach them. It's not super hard, honestly. So now you can see my lashes have been curled on this eye and they're curled on top and bottom, so I'm gonna apply some mascara now. I'm using a waterproof one from Clio. Obviously, if I use non-waterproof, my curl will last all of literally 30 seconds and then my lashes will go right back to being straight. I'm not gonna put on like too much, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'll put on more. But this Clio one is like, it looks pretty natural, so it's really hard for me to get like the super thick, clumpy lash look that I personally really enjoy because this is so much more natural, but it's okay. And then I don't usually wear waterproof on my lower lashes because it's just so annoying to remove. I've been really liking this Lancome new Idol mascara, the one that's like the lifting one. I've been really liking it. Once I get a lash lift, it'll be like my new holy grail upper mascara too. It just doesn't hold my curls. So I'm just gonna put this on my lower lashes. Okay, so this is what my lashes look like with my usual stuff. So my Shiseido curler, a waterproof Korean mascara, and a non-waterproof mascara on the lower lashes. Here's what it looks like. Obviously I don't have like the super most amazing lashes ever, but you can see that my lashes are curled. The curling is staying. My lower lashes look fine. Yeah, overall it looks fine. If I like kind of put my hand here and look to the side, you can see the curl of my lashes. And it looks, I mean, it's fine. I don't have impressive lashes. Macy's had a 10 Days of Glam event recently where stuff was half off and I bought the new lash that Mel Thompson keeps on preaching about, and I just started using it literally 3 days ago. So we'll see if that does anything, and if it lengthens my lashes, I can recommend something like that. I've tried Rapid Lash and it was okay, but I didn't feel like it really did anything. So we'll see if New Lash does anything. But in the meantime, that's what this eye is looking like. So we're gonna move on to the Rephr eye now. So the Rephr eyelash curler, it's a very similar length to the Shiseido one. So like lengthwise, I think there's not really any difference lengthwise. It's just that the middle has like a flat part to it, whereas the Shiseido is curvy across the entire thing. The Rephr middle one kind of has this weird flat section to it, which I think it's interesting. But I think the biggest thing about this Rephr lash curler is that it doesn't curl my lashes as quickly as the Shiseido one does. So like you can see here that I'm pumping the lash curler, walking it up my lashes, giving it a nice curl. I'm pressing pretty firmly, and then when I let go, my lashes are just kind of not vertical. They're not achieving the curl yet. I feel like I have to work harder with this one to curl the lashes, whereas the Shiseido one gives me pretty immediate results. So I'm just gonna curl my lashes, and I'm not really changing my techniques. But you can see, you know, now it's starting to stand up, but I had to really, I have to really work it a little bit more. So it takes like, I'd say it takes maybe like 45 more seconds. Obviously it's not really worth complaining about. It takes me forever regardless. And once I do start seeing results, they do look really nice. It is so flat, just like the Shiseido one, that it does indeed fit my eye shape, which I think is really nice. And the fact that the middle flattens out a little bit definitely makes it hold and hug my eye very differently. I'm not sure yet if I like it more or less, but it fits my eye, and so I am really happy about that. The only thing is that, and I'm about to curl my lower lashes, is that I feel like this shape does not hug my lower lash line very well. The fact that it flattens and then curves, I don't think this is gonna be a lower lash curler for me because I can't use it to get my inner corner where my epicanthic fold kind of makes my lashes grow inwards towards my eyeball, which is so annoying. I just feel like the lashes that are right here, it can never quite get because it curves. So you can see if I hold the lash curler towards the camera, this part right here that suddenly goes up so vertically means I can never grab my inner corner lashes. So I would personally probably never use this as a lower lash curler, but that's okay. I don't really have a problem having different lash curlers for my upper and lower lashes. So now I'm going to put on my mascara, and I'm using the exact same mascara on both eyes. So everything is completely fair, and I'm applying a pretty similar amount to both eyes. I will say this brush is definitely not lower lash line friendly at all. Okay, so now both eyes are done. So again, Rephr eye and Shiseido eye. Honestly, I think they are kind of pretty similar. So for the price point, I think whichever one you want. If your eyes are super curvy and you don't want a flatter eyelash curler and the Shiseido one wasn't good for you, I don't know if the Rephr one is going to be any better. The fact that it flattens out means that it is going to be, you could use, theoretically, if your eye was super curvy, you could use the flat side and then completely ignore the ends, and only the flat side would be touching your eye and the ends would just be touching air. And then you can kind of curve the lash curler against your eye as you move along. I could theoretically see it working because of that. So for me, ultimately kind of my judgment call on these lashes is going to be, I feel like we're talking about a case of kind of jack of all stats versus good at one and then bad at the other. So the Shiseido eyelash curler is good at my upper lashes and good at my lower lashes, but I feel like it doesn't curl my upper lashes. The final results are not as good as the final results of my Rephr curler. The Rephr curler takes a little bit longer, but once I start really kind of getting that momentum in the lashes curl, I feel like it looks better. However, I can't use it on my lower lashes at all. I feel like the Rephr curler can resolve the outer corner of my upper lash line better than my Shiseido one can. So again, the Rephr one is like a specialized eyelash curler only for my top lash line, but then I still need a bottom curler. So if I'm ever in a situation where I can only bring one curler, I would still recommend the Shiseido curler. But if you don't have the lower lash line problem that I do, like if you have flatter eyes but they're double lids, I think you'd really enjoy the Rephr one personally. It's just like monolid problems obviously are gonna kind of be really weird. But that was my demonstration of the curlers, not a super long video. They both wore the exact same. I didn't notice curls dropping faster in one versus the other, especially given that I used such a waterproof mascara. So I never noticed a difference in wear. So ultimately it's just going to boil down to personal preference. So I hope this video was helpful in helping you guys kind of make your mind up if you are thinking about it. I'm super hit and miss with their brushes, but this eyelash curler definitely surprised me, and I do like that they made it flatter. I was so worried it was just going to be another round curler for like Caucasian eyes, but it actually I think will fit a wider variety of people. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!